Hey, Trucker,
Yeah, Mayor.
do you like the movie Braveheart?
Like's a strong word, but yeah. Mayor, do you like Braveheart?
It's fine. This
Let's talk about it.
this movie is 16 and a half hours long of Mel Gibson's Mel Gibson does what he perceives to be an accent. I'm not sure which one it was supposed to be. Um
Definitely not as native Australian.
Definitely not an accent that you can pick up on really from anywhere. Uh yeah, so this movie, like I said, Scotland is at war with England because if there's one thing that has been historically true about England is they can't keep their hands off of anything that doesn't belong to them, up to and including basic rights,
Continents. An entire continent, a subcontinent, countries,
human rights,
islands, and basic human rights. Yeah.
actively flaunting their love for the great Christian God while doing absolutely everything in its empire's power to prove that they believe in no true concept of the Christian God.
Uh-huh.
In fact, if you read the book, even just kind of skimming it, you'll find that it's more akin to the devil. But, people will argue in some bizarre fashion that the British Empire were pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, but you got to remember, this was like before the Empire.
Oh, that's right. This is
Let's
the
see.
beginning.
This was a couple hundred years before the Empire.
It was just starting.
Yeah, man. Like if I'd have been in the real William Wallace's shoes, or even Robert the Bruce, literally sacrifice our lives to fight for independence, and then literally 100 years later, the quote unquote King of Scotland just says, "Eh," and just hands Scotland back over to the British Crown. I'd be I'd be very angry.
Yeah, that's not what Mel Gibson got. Um, we'll just skip that scene entirely.
Let just completely just undermine the sacrifice of all those beautiful warrior poets.
Who got arrows shot at their asses.
Oh man. It's
Probably the
crazy.
Do I recommend you watch this movie? No, because nobody has 16 hours to watch a movie. It's not even worth breaking up into, you know, 2 8-hour chunks or 4 4-hour chunks. You just know
It
that
is
it's
it's a good movie if you have the time dedicated to watch it. However, despite the movie saying based on true events, it is easily one of the most historically inaccurate movies ever made because they portray William Wallace to be like some poor commoner. William Wallace was actually a noble. They had the Scottish army running around in kilts and blue face paint, which they stopped doing like 400 years before this movie is set. Yeah, it's crazy. Very, very inaccurate, but a killer soundtrack.
You don't have to like Mel Gibson personally for the bizarre things that he's done because he is a very bizarre man. Though it is funny that he's beaten up a lot of paparazzi, I'll give him that. But he does a good job despite whatever bizarre thing he's doing with his voice in this movie. Uh,
You'll you'll also be interested to know that the best character in the movie isn't even a Scotsman, it's an Irishman
yep,
who claims to hear the voice of God, and
yep,
God talks directly to him. And he says what can be, rather uncharitably claimed to be some rather blasphemous statements.
yeah. So
God tells God tells me he can get me out of this, but he's pretty sure you're fucked.
yeah, so in conclusion, don't watch the movie. It's it's too long, and to meme on this movie harder than we already have because we had the misfortune of sitting through 16 and a half hours of this movie. I will recommend my song that has become a YouTube meme for quite some time, which is the greatest ending to any movie, no matter what the movie is, and that would be Ocean Man by Ween.
I'm gonna go for a little bit of a memey answer and say Cadence to Arms by the Dropkick Murphys.
Brilliant.